The triceps make up the majority of the muscle mass in the upper arm. So if you want big or defined arms, you'll need to put some special focus on the triceps. The triceps consist of three heads: the long head, medial head, and lateral head. With all three heads attached at the elbow, the long head is the only part of the tricep that originates at the shoulder or the scapula instead of the upper arm or the humerus. Generally speaking, using the triceps for any exercise will involve the entire tricep muscle, but there are ways to target the specific heads more individually through a variation of exercises that put the arms in different positions and angles. For example, overhead extensions and skull crushers will hit the long head of the tricep due to the stretched position these exercises put the long head in, though all heads will be used to some degree. It can get confusing and frustrating trying to figure out which exercises target which tricep head, so we're going to try to break it down here and keep it as simple as possible. So to do this, we'll sort the tricep exercises into three categories. Group 1 are compound exercises, exercises that use more than one joint, in this case the shoulders and the elbows. These exercises include body weight or weighted dips, as well as close grip dumbbell or barbell bench press. These exercises are great foundational exercises to keep track of how your tricep strength is progressing. Group 2 are isolation exercises that have the elbows down in front of the body. These include cable press downs with the straight bar, V-bar, or rope, and these will slightly favor the lateral head. This group also includes reverse grip exercises, which are just cable press downs with the palms facing up, causing them to favor the medial head. Finally, group 3 exercises are exercises that put the elbows either behind the body or up next to the head. These include skull crushers, overhead extensions, and dumbbell or cable kickbacks. Again, each exercise hits the entirety of the triceps, but to optimize results, we want to try to get one exercise per group in our routine. Tricep isolation exercises are mostly single joint exercises, so you don't want to go too heavy on these to avoid injuries. I typically recommend not going below 10 reps per set on average, since the arms tend to respond pretty well to high rep ranges, and this will prevent unnecessary stress on the tendons and ligaments in the elbows. So typically sets of 12 to 15 to 20, or even higher than 20 reps are effective. Just make sure you're getting close to failure or even going to failure on higher rep sets to make sure the intensity is sufficient. The triceps recover pretty quickly due to their size, so higher frequencies are safe and effective. They should be trained directly at least twice per week and up to 5 times per week. So if you're doing a push-pull legs or upper-lower split, hitting them twice per week is sufficient. If you're doing 4 or 5 full body workouts per week, then you can hit the triceps on every or nearly every session. If you're doing lower frequency, then you'll want to shoot for higher volume per session, since you'll have more recovery time. That way you'll hit the necessary volume. Now if you're hitting triceps 4 or 5 times per week, then you'll want to lower the volume per session, as you'll have less time to recover. Along with training the triceps at least twice per week, I typically recommend no fewer than 8 to 12 working sets per week, with a working set being one taken to or close to failure within a rep or so. This range is ideal for a lower frequency, but should be increased based on training frequency. For example, this range would be closer to 15 or 20 working sets if one decides to train triceps 5 times per week, with 3 to 4 sets of one tricep exercise per day. Any of these options work as long as the overall volume and intensity are sufficient, and each has their pros and cons, so I typically recommend switching it up every few months to reap the benefits of each and fill in any gaps. And now that we've covered the basics of triceps training, I'll provide some sample tricep training routines in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, as it really helps to grow the channel, allowing me to provide more free content just like this.